How you doing? Ralphy here, Ralfy Customs. I'm at the old homestead this morning, as you can see, but I've been in and done a bit, so let's get on and see what I got up to. I'm just back. I wanted to show, look, I've done it again with the Triumph. A ribbon, not a rosette, which is fucking happy days. And massive thanks to fucking my Bedfordshire brothers, because the old fucking Trummy's done it again. Look, I'm deaf. I'm still deaf from the ride. Get fucking tinnitus. If anybody knows any good earplugs. Yeah, I still want to hear the bike. I still want to enjoy the ride. And I don't want to get off shouting at everyone. Well, any more than I fucking normally do, which is quite a lot, to be fair. So, yeah, fucking love that bike. Okay, so we have got a bit of a shopping list of things to do on our G-Man's Hardon. Hardon, fucking hell, Harley fucking Norton. So, one of the things I need to do is make a plate up to mount his regulator rectifier. Yeah, it's going to go in here somewhere. And after I've done that, we're going to make something up to take his oil cooler, oil filter, somehow. Yeah, and also his oil cooler. But I want to get this on first, or something like that on first. Well, not something like. I'm waiting. Basically, I'm waiting for his regulator rectifier. And I want to cut a bit of plate and turn some threaded bits to where behind it and it not line up. So that's not great. So I think what I've also got to do, I know what I've also got to do, is move this outlet for his oil tank, because it's swank. It can't go there. I've marked underneath where it needs to go. I think it's back here we're going. So I think the first order of operations today is going to be cut that off, clean it up, weld it. Yeah. And then we're going to look at lightening this plate that I made. This super strong head steader. Needs some holes cutting in it, much like these. And finally today I think we're going to make a spacer to space this brake sprocket fucking gizmo, his hub, to space his hub off accordingly so that the chain lines up. Does that fit in there? Yeah. Fits in there. Yeah, right. So that's what we're on with, basically. I'm going to cut and weld the spigot out of this. I'm going to machine some holes in that. I'm going to turn a bit of this stainless or that stainless, not sure which yet, down to make a spacer. So let's get on it. Righto, so there's the existing, which I'm probably going to patch over. And that, somewhere there, is where we want the new one. Now, I had originally thought of just cutting that tube off, pushing it in and welding it up, but I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to machine a little something. I'm going to make a sketch, and I'm going to machine a little boss to give me more to go at, because I'm worried that it's going to collapse on me when I'm welding it, because it's not over substantial, is it? So I'll be happier doing a boss. I would. Right, so we need a 6mm hole up it. This bit of, I've chucked up this bit of alley. We're going to put a 6mm hole up it, and then we're going to make a little stepped adapter. Look, that's let's have a look. We've got 9.5mm on the spigot diameter, 19mm diameter on the fat bit, which will give us 5mm each side, which I'm happier with a 6mm bore. And the fat bit's 10mm long, and the skinny bit's 20mm long. So there you go, clear as mud, isn't it? all will become apparent. So without further ado, we'll get this pilot, not pilot, we'll put a centre drill in to get things started. And now come in with a 6mm, and I want to go at least 30mm deep, don't I? So I'll line up the edges of the flutes with the end of the job, and I'll send it. And it's only a wheel, like, so no, it's not a wheel, that'll be a urethra. It's only a little hole, like, so you should take it nice and steady. There's 20mm. Come on, baby, another 10mm, then we'll check. So there's 30mm, there, 32 we've gone. And if these still line up when it's 10mm on me measure, yeah, that'll do. So pretty much that's all done. Now we can move on to the machining proper. Right, time for a clean off pass on this outer diameter. This is going to be nice and stringy, ain't it? Oh. Let's see what we're at. What do we want? 19mm, thereabouts. On 24.65. So 25mm this is, isn't it? I've just cut some off it. So I set my digital readout. 24.65, enter. And we want 19. Well, we can go 3mm, can't we? Surely. 21.5. Look at 22. Right, so we'll send that all the way down to just about the chuck, or at least 33 to allow for the job, and 3mm for the parting blade. So it's a bit stringy and not pretty to look at, but this is the fucking job, isn't it? So we are 33, about to bird's nest up, like that, off it goes. Cool. That is 33. Nearest sprocket is swearing. Clear the swarf, take it down to, what do we say, 19. Which is, come on, there. And we'll send that as well. Nice and stringy, ain't it? I have got specific carbide tips for cutting aluminium, but I'm struggling to get them to break a chip, so I'm just using my high-speed steel for now. This is more than good enough for what I'm doing. Well, more than good enough for anything, really. It's just awkward on the swarf, like. So 33. Come on, a bit more there. And off with a bird's nest. Okay, so with that out of the way, we're going to want a better finish. It's a bit rough really, but it's alright. We're going to want 20mm now, down to, what did I say, 9.5. So we're from 19 to 17. It's 2mm. To 20mm long, and then we'll just carry on chipping away at it until we get to that 9.5. So coming up to 20 there. That's a rough shape of it. You can join me again once we're nearer the final size. So, final cut at 9.5 is, come on baby, there. And we'll just take that down to the shoulder. If we can do it without getting a bird's nest. Right, let's have that out of the way. Go on, off you fuck. Go on, off you fuck. Come on baby. Down to 20mm, which is there. Sorted. And now we'll break that edge. Break that edge. and get ready to pot it off. Okay, so we slow things down a little bit, change the feeding speed, and we are literally just sending it. We're not going to break the edge because we want a nice shoulder to weld to. We've lubed it up a bit because it can be a bit gummy. There you go. There she blows captain. So what I'll probably do is pop it back in that way around and just hit it with a 6mm bit just to clean that up, and then that's ready to rock and roll. Righto, so we've got the beastie there, look, and we've got a 6mm drill through it so we can line it up with the hole that I've made, and I'm going to burn myself doing this. So let's see if we can't fucking get that ticked on there, eh? Twiddle with the clean area settings, which is a bias, but yeah, I know what I mean. That's better. Come on, better. Here she goes. So nice little tack. Come around this side, do the same. You'll get glared out, but bear with. And then I'll clean up this fucking black, have a bit more electrode out. Right, so we dropped it down here, I can hopefully get in a slightly better position. And so on and so forth. So, what's that? Oh, it's just hot. It's not fucking hot. So, let's have another go. Come on, baby. Now it's getting fucking hot. Hey. Come on. I might have to work out a better way of holding it for this last bit. The receipt. Come on. Just dip the tip down slightly, but we'll be. There we go. So there she blows captain. That's that one. Bastard hot. Next up is I'm going to cut. I can't see it, can I? I'm going to cut that tube off and probably weld a bit of plate over it. I think it's about the best way of doing it. Righto, so that's that. I'm looking at it through the camera. It looks rough as fuck. It's not actually that rough in real life. It's just a bit sooty from the shit in the alley. So we have got a red hot fucking oil tank with this brand new outlet, and we'll now sit happily in the space provided. Sorted.
Don't forget, folks, our Fuck Stock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Fuck Stock, you know it makes sense.
Next up, I think, is we're going to get a straight edge along this sprocket to here. See whereabouts this needs to come off here. So we'll have a work out for that. I've tried to get my meter rule in. It's not, yeah, it's a meter rule. But no good, can't get in. So I think we're gonna have to go with a piece of string, with a good old fucking, we're gonna prop that up on there. So we've got a straight line-ish from there to there, and then we're gonna hold a bit of string on and then get a measure. Right, so what I've done that I can't show you properly because I need two hands is I put a string on, look, and if you look down there's a gap at the rear of the sprocket, and if I move it across there's not. So what I then do is put a square up here, touch the string on it, yeah, so if that will stay there, which I bet it fucking won't. Anyway, put the square up here, touch the string on it, and then move it until it just closes that gap up like I just showed you, and then measure from this face to the square, yeah, and that gives us where the chain needs to run. The outside of the chain needs to be that distance from this plate or this fork, and I've worked that out to be about 16 mil. Now, chains move. Chains have got a little bit of this and that in them, so it's not like fucking you're doing an unexploded bomb here. And near enough. Down to half a mil or a mil is fucking nothing. What I need to do now is measure from this surface to the front of this, to that surface. Yeah, so from there to there, kind of like that. But allowing for that step. And then we'll see what we've got. Because I think it might be too much already. It might not need a spacer. It might need to go hard against that. But we'll see. See what we can do. Right, here's where we're at. We've triple fucking double quadruple fucking checked the angle of the dangle with the string fucking doofer. And it's tight. It's not 16, it's about 13 and a half, 13. And this, it comes in about the same, to be fair. Off here, I've made a fucking chat. I've made a fucking mandrel that goes through that brake plate and through the fucking wheel bearings to hold it pretty much true, best I can. And I've had a measure, and this surface is about right. Now, that's not suitable because we've got this fucking recess, haven't we? So my plan is to machine that. I've chucked it up in the lathe, yeah, and I'm going to machine that out with a boring bar to about here, where that circle is, and that will be more than enough to sit on the forks of this. Right, so we've got that, look, and they're fucking, each big mark is 1/10 of a fucking millimetre, so we're moving 1/10 of a millimetre, which is like 2 thou. Right, so if that'll focus, yeah, there we go. So what I've done is got that running as true as I dare, as I can. On a gear outfit, any gear. Right, so, and what I'm going to do is use my boring bar like this to just take a tiny skim off of it. So, yeah, over there, look. I'm just going to bring that out and back. I want to level it up so that that recess that I'm sitting in now is flush all the way across. And that'll help it sit on the swing arm properly. And then we can have a proper measure. Yeah? We're just taking it nice and fucking steady because we're a bit sketchy, to be fair, like. just touch on that. Come along, nice and just give it a clean up. Nice and steady. And I think that'll do it, you know. If you want to get out to the witness mark that was already there, and it should be more than wide enough to the fork without clouting anything with the tooling, right? So, come on, baby. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Well pleased with that. Right, so now we've got a nice flat edge. Sorry, we've got a nice flat surface. We've got the fucking mandrel in that keeps everything from wobbly dobbling, and we can measure a proper fucking measurement, which is going to be there, which is not focusing very well. So I think we've got about 12 mil. I was using 2 hands myself, obviously. So that's what I'm going to do. Measure off properly. Got about 12 mil, I think. Not 16. Although I have machined a little bit off. Now we'll double check to see if that's going to line up with the chain. And I believe it is. Right, so where are we? We're oil tank done. Yeah, that now sits in there. There's no spigot at the front, it's in the fucking down pipe, which it would have, and that escapes. The feed pipe comes out nicely in this safe area. We are okay with this, it's in that. There's more to the puzzle because we've got a speedo drive and spacer to go on there, but I don't think I've even got that, so don't know what's going on with that. Next up for me is using the milling machine, I think, to cut these fucking holes out, which I'm really looking forward to. That'll be great. Okay, last fucking job of the day. These fuckers, what I'm going to do, I'm going to scribe a line from the end of those slots and the end of that slot. Yeah. And then measure halfway. And then measure where that comes halfway, if that makes sense. So whatever, I'll do a line there, halve it. And then wherever this comes, measure halfway to get that, or go centre off there, whatever. I'll find that centre, both ends. This one, I'm not so sure. I'm going to fucking guesstimate it and work it out. And this one, again, in the middle of this plate, I think, somehow. But I'll mark the 3, 4 places for holes. Now, I would like to keep it in keeping, and I think we've got inch and a quarter. So I'll go with those over on the fucking old Bridgeport, eh? I'm fucking smitten. So yeah, happy day. Right, with those worked out and centre punched, we are going to try it. These two, like fucking, looks like a manta ray. This one and that one in those wings are the easy ones. I can clamp it our way out. It's stood on parallels. I need to slow the machine down, but I can run the inch through there. Maybe the same with that one at the back there, not sure. This one, I fucking don't know. I just don't know. The biggest hole, obviously, is going to be the most awkward, but we're set up for that. I'll get that in the chuck and get it slowed down, and then we'll run it through. Right, let's fucking go. So, with the inch mounted and a freshly sharpened pilot drill, which are, as somebody else has rightly pointed out, made of fucking Swiss cheese, like, not Swiss cheese, not got holes in, but I know what I mean, soft as shit, so they don't always drill very well. But with that in place, there we go. We're literally just going to work our way nice and steady, just under hand feed, a bit more lube on, because that's what separates us from the animals, eh boys? So, any minute now this should cut through. Come on, baby. Almost there. And we will obviously repeat the same with this other end that I'm holding. Come on, nearly there. Last bit. These also always lock up a bit on the last bit. Like now, it just starts to feel a bit fucking like it don't want to go, and then it goes. So, sorted. We'll get the other one done and go from there. And here's the setup for this one. We've got blocks under here to support that. That's got parallels under it, and it's clamped fucking tight, and we're clamped down there. So it's a bit sketchy. It is a bit sketchy, you know, but I gotta fancy it. I'm using the wrong fucking, pick the wrong oil can up as well. That's way oil. This is the cutting oil, the brown stuff. Morris. Can't remember who asked me. It might have been Jason Copland, but I'm not sure. Morris cutting oil, fucking brilliant shit. Well, we're on whey oil at the minute, so it's probably going to smoke like a fucking bastard once it gets cutting like. I'm using the auto feed as well, and it should do me fucking proud. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Come on, baby. Ooh, there she blows, Captain. Straight fucking through. Nothing wrong with that. That's what we like. Right, I was so happy with this rig last time. On the last hour that I've dropped this side in the voice, blocked it back up, clamped it down, and we're going for glory with a big hole. The big 32mm jobby, so I'm so fucking pleased that I repaired this fucking milling machine. Because if you check out my videos, I'll try and remember to put a fucking card or a link or something, which I never do I, to be fair. Always forget. To where I fix the brake on this, and it's like fucking give it 5 times the fucking horsepower now. It just fucking does it. So we're going straight through with 1 1/4 inch. This breaks 2 welds as well. There's a top and bottom weld, TIG weld, on the plate that we're actually cutting through. So we're cutting the steel and the weld. It won't affect the strength of it. It's fucking hell, you know what I mean? Look at it. It's like something off the Forth Bridge. There we go. Fucking sorted. So that is those 3 holes done. I'll give it a quick deburr and clean up, and Bob's your answer. And there we have it back in place. All nicely lightened and beautified. Hold on, come around here. There we go. I don't know why there's such glare. I've got a bit of an oily lens, chaps. Bit too much lube, eh? So, there we go. That'll do for me. Bob's your answer again. There you go. Hope you liked watching me meddle with Graham's fucking Hardon. If you know, you know. And I will catch you on the next one. Please give me a thumbs up. Give me a sub. Check out the description below for all the good stuff that's down there. And I'll see you soon. Big love, everyone. See you later.